Aston Villa nil, Arsenal 2 player ratings. Let's start with David Raya. Fantastic save in that second half. That was absolutely quality, because if we go down in that situation, 1-0 to Aston Villa, the game changes. So that was absolutely big from David Raya. And for that save and keeping a clean sheet for us, that counts as a world-class save. And everything else that he did, the corners and the free kicks that Aston Villa had, the way Raya was handling them, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I don't even care if it was just 1 or 2 saves. I think that is how good that save was and how important that save was. Right before halftime as well, there's another catch that he made. He could easily have dropped to the Aston Villa player. It could have been 1-0 to them. Fantastic David Raya today, 9 out of 10. 2 back-to-back fantastic performances from him. Absolutely love him. Ben White, solid. Always doesn't take nonsense from opposition team. Kept a clean sheet for us. I love Ben White. I still remember to this day, if you go back to 2021 and you check the videos that we did when Ben White was signed, I remember saying I'm happy Ben White was signed for Arsenal, but there was a lot of people who were unhappy because Varane had gone to United. You don't know how happy I am Varane went to United and White came to Arsenal. Like, Ben White has done way more than what Varane ever did for Man United. So Ben White for 50 million, I think he's been worth it. Let's be honest. I think he's been worth every single penny. Ben White, 8 out of 10 for today. He obviously gets an extra point for this, protecting Saliba as well. This is the kind of guy that you need to go to war with, Ben White. 8 out of 10 for him. The other fullback team, but first half, he looked very, very sharp, and that is exactly what you need in the team. Didn't really get exposed by Bailey, a very quick winger that can expose you any time. We really missed him, as someone said in the chat. I think it was the Nashville guy. We really missed him last season. Like, if he was there last season, maybe it could have been the difference between us and winning that league. Like, in maybe some games we wouldn't have had to play Kivio, Zinchenko on that side. Timber's fantastic today. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. That first half was really good. He dealt very well with Bailey. We didn't really get exposed at all. 8 out of 10 for him. I think Saliba was very, very good today. He made... I'm going to give him slightly higher than the rest because I think he was really good. I'm going to have to give him a 9 out of 10. I'm going to rewatch the game for sure, 100%. But Saliba, because there's a couple of interceptions and tackles he made in the first half and second half, he was really good. Saliba, 9 out of 10. And there's a time he found himself in the other side, like we were trying to counter-attack, and he was our farthest player forward. Saliba, that is Saliba we know. Iconic player, 9 out of 10 for him. Gabriel, there's that error that he made in the first half, like that Watkins chance that Watkins got. It came from Gabriel. I think it was kind of a foul, but maybe you can say dwelled on the ball too much. I'm not going to give him a pass. I usually say first game of the season you can give players a pass, but second game that could easily have cost us. But the rest of the game, very solid dealing with all those players that were there, Duran and Watkins. I'm going to give Gabriel an 8 out of 10. They always get an extra mark for keeping a clean sheet. So if you had considered maybe a 7. So Raya 9, Ben White 8, Timber 8, Gabriel 8, and Saliba 9. Midfield, Thomas Partey, very, very good goal. I think he should have saved it, Martinez, but that's not our problem. Partey last week, he was not good last week. Second half last week, he was not good at all. There's even talks about him being sold. We can't sell Partey. Even before today's performance, you can't sell Partey right now. You'll need to go and buy another midfielder. We don't have time for that. Today, Partey, good performance. That is what you need to do. There's only one time that Rodgers went past him, but that was it. The rest of the game, and he got us the clinching goal. Fantastic. I think he dealt well with them because Aston Villa do have good midfielders, McGinn and those kind of players. That is a good team in that midfield. So Thomas Partey for today, better than last week for sure. I'm going to give you an 8 out of 10. Fantastic. That is what you need to see. That is the kind of performances Partey needs to have. And hopefully it stays fit, because if Partey is performing like that every single day, it makes us a better team. So yeah, that is why you need players like Martinelli to perform well as well. If Martinelli is playing well, it makes us an even better team. We'll count Martinelli though. Partey 8 out of 10. Now, Declan Rice, as I said, if you go and you watch the last 25 minutes of that game, Declan Rice was superb. Like the way he's carrying the ball, even when you're 1-0 up and Aston Villa can try and equalize, Rice was winning the ball back and carrying us forward, and he was doing that a lot today. Like, he was doing that so much. I can see soft stats from today, or even before I check that, like the last 15 minutes of that, last 25 minutes of that game, Declan Rice was exceptional. Like he was winning the ball back, and he should have had an assist. That chance for Odegaard, it could have been a Rice assist. He should have he should have had an assist. Odegaard should not have missed that. So Declan Rice, that is the kind of performance we know as well. Another fantastic signing. I actually, about Declan Rice, it will really take a lot of people to convince me that Declan Rice is not a good player. I still saw some people saying that Declan Rice is overrated. Declan Rice was named in the PFA Team of the Year, and I saw people saying, nah, it should have been Palmer, take out Declan Rice, put in Palmer. I'm like, you guys don't know how good Declan Rice, I think, won man of the match for us like 11 times. And it was not like easy games. He was a man of the match against like Man City, Man United, Chelsea. Like Declan Rice was superb last season. And this thing about Declan Rice passing the ball backwards as well, that is another rumor. That is not true. I saw a stat somewhere that Declan Rice is like second in terms of making forward passes over the last like 20-30 games. So that's another thing that they're lying to us about. So Declan Rice, in terms of set pieces and corners, is the best in terms of defensive midfield. Has never seen anything like that. So yeah, he picked up a yellow card though, but I think it was a needed yellow card. He had gone past Partey and he needed to make that foul. So yeah, if I can get the stats now, things just coming from what I watched, not really from how he performed. If it can come up, anyway, as it comes up, let me just complete the player ratings. Martin Odegaard. What are we going to give Martin Odegaard for today? That is a bad miss for sure. As I said, he definitely needs to do better from that. But the rest of the game, he was just controlling everything once again. Like, you need Odegaard in your team. You know, even if Odegaard has a 2 out of 10 performance, I don't think you can drop him the next week. I literally think Odegaard is undroppable in our team. That is why players like Vieira and Smith Rowe have had to go. Not because they are, you know, I think Smith Rowe in another team, he would definitely play. Even Vieira, even though we've let him go on loan, you know, if Odegaard is not there, Fabi Vieira probably gets a few more chances at number 10. But Odegaard is just undroppable. The way he presses, the way he creates chances. There's only a couple of times now that chance that he missed, and there's another time he was supposed to give a through pass to Ben White, and he took too much time on it, and he lost the ball. But for today, I've given a lot of people 8 out of 10. Odegaard, I actually don't. Odegaard. So I want to give him a 7. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7 because of that missed chance at the end. I would have given him an 8, but you have to put that on target. So 7 out of 10 for Odegaard for today. Still 7 out of 10. The thing with Odegaard, even if he doesn't, you know, assist or score, you'll never give him under 7 because he's still involved in everything that we do. So 7 out of 10 for him. Bukayo Saka. I think they're going to give him 1 assist, but both goals came from his side. And I think he looked very good today. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Bukayo Saka, very, very good start to this season. This is the kind of Saka we want to have. If Saka is playing like this, we are doing well. And again, Saka has been subbed off twice this season. Fantastic. That is what we need to do. Saka getting subbed off, that is what we need to see. We need him to get rested whenever the job is done. So Declan Rice, I wanted to check how many long balls he had. 5 out of 5. Is he the one that gave the pass to Trossard? So yeah, I think Declan Rice was really good in that final 25 minutes. 1 key pass, 2 clearances, interceptions, tackles. Fantastic. So 8 out of 10. We are in Saka. Let's forget about Declan Rice. We are talking about Saka now. 8 out of 10. Fantastic performance from Bukayo Saka. The other winger, though, Martinelli. Ooh, this is a tough one. I think out of all the players today, I think you have to say that Martinelli is the one that didn't impress that like as much as everyone else. Now, there's still a few things that people prefer not to notice that I usually take notice of. Like defensive work, he did very well. Like there's a time Bailey was trying to counter-attack and Timber's running back and Martinelli's running back. He was trying to win the ball back. They were basically double teaming Bailey. Defensively, Martinelli's coming back and is doing a lot of good work. But going forward, he does not look confident at all. Let me just check Martinelli's stats from today. And the fact that you subbed off and then Trossard scored immediately. 1 out of 1 aerial duels, 1 out of 4 ground duels, 50% cross rate, 82% passes, 1 out of 2 passes. Basically, it was just an kind of performance. Like it was just there. It was like whatever kind of performance. Like maybe if he stayed on the pitch, he wouldn't have scored. And I usually don't like saying that about Martinelli because 2 seasons ago, Martinelli was our best player. Last season, he didn't perform, so I'm hoping it's just a confidence thing and he'll come back to how he was because there's still a few games, even last season, like against Sevilla away, such kind of games, Martinelli still performs very well for you. Let's hope that he does improve. But Martinelli today, he's going to get the lowest rating. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Wasn't great today. Unless I'm being unfair, I don't think he was great today. 6 out of 10 for him. I think he doesn't start next week for sure. Kai Havertz. Second half, he was way too quiet. Second half, Martinelli and Havertz were very quiet. Like I didn't even see them. So if you have someone else there to bring on, you probably take off Havertz and you bring on someone else. But then again, if you look at the bench that we had today, there's no one we can bring on. So that is why I'm thinking surely we're going to get a forward player. There's literally no one there to bring on. You can't count Nketiah because Nketiah is about to leave. We don't have anyone else to bring on there at all. Unless you switch things up and you play Trossard up front or you keep Martinelli on and play him up front. Second half, too quiet. First half, Havertz, as I said, he makes good runs. The first 15 minutes of the game, he did very, very well with Tim on the left side. He was, the touches and all that, very, very good. There's even a touch that Odegaard had in the first half. I'd forgotten, very, very good touch. But second half, very, very quiet. What am I going to give Havertz? Was he involved in the goals? No. I think I have to give him same with Martinelli. If I was giving Havertz, it would have been a 6.5 because the runs were good, but second half, too quiet. I didn't see him in the second half at all. So 6 out of 10 for both Martinelli and Havertz. I think that is fair enough. And Saka, 8 out of 10, Odegaard 7. From the bench, Leandro Trossard, he basically was involved in both of our goals. He came on for 30 minutes and he did everything. Now we have to give him this. I'm sorry, I don't even care if he was on for 2 minutes. It's like we won the game because of Trossard. 9 out of 10. Yes, he was on for very short time. I usually rarely give 9s and 10s, but he was clutch. He was very clutch for us. And even the second goal, he was involved in it as well. The timing is running in behind. 9 out of 10 for Trossard today. Fantastic cameo. Next week, definitely deserves the start. Let's try the opposite next week, Start Trossard and then bring on Martinelli off the bench. Maybe Martinelli comes on next week and scores twice. So let's do that. Let's rotate them. Let's start Trossard and then bring on Martinelli next week. But Trossard for today, thank you very much, man. That was absolutely clutch. That was a very, very good 30-minute cameo. SofaScore have given 7.2. Let me check how long he was on. Trossard today, he came on in the 64th minute. He even won a tackle. Let's see, 13 touches and very, very successful touches. He had 2 shots. There's even a time he had another shot at the end of the game. He went out for a corner or something. 9 out of 10 for Trossard today. Fantastic cameo from him. Not really a cameo, but fantastic 30 minutes from him. Who else came on? Calafiori. I think Calafiori was okay when he came on. I think he looked okay when he came on. He cleared a couple of headers and all that, so I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Is there anyone else who came on? I still want to see Calafiori like 60 minutes, 65 minutes to judge his game like for a good time, like 60, 65 minutes. So as of now, it's still difficult to judge Calafiori because, yes, he's still not ready and he hasn't really played more than 10, 15 minutes, so it's difficult. So for now, I'm just going to give him a 7 for that cameo. I think he was okay, but I need to see him for like 65 minutes to judge a full performance. So 7 out of 10 for him. I don't think anyone else came on. Was there anyone else who came on? Nelson came on. He came on, won a couple of free kicks, I guess, took a bit of pressure away from us. I'm just going to have to give him a 6. He wasn't on for too long. I don't think we brought anyone else. So fantastic performance, Mikel Arteta. Let me give him a rating. Mikel Arteta for today, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10 as well. Like that is a fantastic result for us. We won the game. We kept a clean sheet. Second half, even though Watkins was close to scoring, apart from that, there's no other time that I felt like, oh my goodness, Aston Villa are going to score. And that feeling is the best feeling about being an Arsenal fan right now. Forget about beating people 6-0 and 5-0 and 7-0 and Declan Rice being a great signing and Odegaard's flicks and touches being amazing and Saka being incredible and, Havertz scoring and assisting for like 15 games in a row. All that is good. But the fact that our defense is so solid that even going to Aston Villa today, they have a couple of chances, yes, but the rest of the game, even when you're 1-0 up, I was like, this is good. I think we've won this game. Like, I didn't really expect them to like come back and, dominate the game or everything. So fantastic. And the subs today, I think he brought Trossard at the right time. Usually sometimes he waits up until like the 70th, 75th minute. Today he brought on Trossard 60th minute. Fantastic. He came on, made the difference. He kept Partey on. There's a lot of people asking for Partey to be subbed off. Brought in Calafiori for Timber. Good subs, good starting lineup. Fantastic. 9 out of 10 for him to